everyone, welcome back to the Little Witch Books. I still don't know how to do an intro. I'm still Sabrina, and this is gonna be a Reading Rush 2019 wrap-up. And it's not gonna be long because I didn't get through much. I only got through 4 out of the 7 books, but it's more books that I've read in a week than I think I've almost ever read in my life. I think I might have got through Twilight in an entire week. Anyways, so the first book that I see my kitten. I can see you watching me. Okay. Come on and be in a video. Okay, the first book that I read was Batman's The Killing Joke, which I read for Read a Book with Purple on the cover. As you can see, it's very purple. I gave it a 3-star. It was pretty much the first comic book graphic novel I've ever read, and I think the impact of it was dulled because I had previously watched the movie, so I already knew what was going to happen. So when things started happening, it wasn't like, oh my god, it's happening. But the ending of it I did like. I can just watch you. I contemplated the last few panels quite a bit after I finished this, so that's interesting. The next book I finished was The Red Scrolls of Magic. I actually didn't think I was going to like this as much as I did. I gave it a 3.5 stars because of the problems I had it. So I will just say that I really liked just seeing more Malik. I didn't have an opinion of them in the original, you know, City of Bones, but as you grow with characters, you learn to love them. I loved the fact that this book was a book that was completely made up of the supporting characters from the other series. So you had like all of the warlocks, and that's another thing, that prior to this book you really never saw many of the warlocks. Like, you didn't really get into the magic, so that was a really positive thing about this book, because you really got to see the warlock side of Cassandra Clare's world. But I have serious concerns about the chronology and the continuity aspect of it, because maybe I just need to read the other freaking 12 books again to remind myself of everything that happened. But this is supposed to take place after City of Fallen Angels, somewhere in that timeline. I don't know, it just seemed like things were out of place, and I really didn't like the way they ended this to make it fit in the chronology, because when they meet Helen Blackthorne for the first time, that felt like such a cop-out to me. It lost an entire star because of that, because that's not how you fix chronologies. Moving on, not getting any better. This book, guys, it sucked. All I can say is that the entire plot is in the summary. There's no new information that you get through this entire thing. Everything you need to know is right here. So that was a disappointment, because I was really looking forward to this, but have no fear. I still have faith in V.E. Schwab. I just ordered the first book in the Darker Shades of Magic. Now I'm forgetting what the title's called. I think it's called The Darker Shade of Magic. I don't know, but I just ordered that because I know from experience with Leigh Bardugo that an author's first book does not represent all of their writing. So I'm giving V.E. Schwab another chance, but this was a 1-star. Definite 1-star. The last book that I read, I didn't read it, it was an audiobook. It was The Thief Lord, and it was my 5-star read for the week. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. It was absolutely 5 stars. It was wonderfully whimsical. It had the, you know, innocence and misfit aspect of children, and I love the reveal of Scipio. I already knew that he was going to be rich. You kind of see it coming, but just the way that she writes it, he just kind of like walks into the room and it's suddenly like, oh my god. I loved listening to it, and I think that's also the reason why I gave it 5 stars. I could just tell it's the kind of wordy, you know, very dense story, the kind of story that I would have had difficulty reading physically. So the fact that I listened to it on audiobook, I think, was the deciding factor of me giving it 5 stars, but it was an amazing story and I definitely recommend it. My camera died, so if the frame shifted, that's why. But that's pretty much it. I wasn't feeling too great by the weekend, so I couldn't push myself to read anymore. But I did have a bookish theme weekend because instead of reading, I went out and got myself a bullet journal and I filled it out with Reading Rush spread. Ooh, check that out. Look at that one. That's my Reading Rush spread. And oh, look at that Reading Rush page. So yeah, you'll see all the failures on that list, but that's my Reading Rush page, and I kind of, you know, set this up. And there's my TBR, my my July TBR, that's just filled up with Reading Rush books and the stars that I gave them. So I will be using this hopefully from now on. I'm gonna try and use it as much as possible, and I'll give you a sneak peek of August. Here's my August title page, and as you can tell by the wizard theme, I'm being crazy and jumping straight into newts. I didn't do owls, but I'm cheating. Shh. And I think I'm gonna go with librarian. I think so. One of the shorter ones. So I will do a August TBR for my newts soon, I guess, because August 1st is in like 2 days. So I guess that'll be coming. You can look forward to that. I don't know. I don't have a schedule for these things. I hope you liked this video and my crazy ramblings. If you did, let me know, and stay tuned for August TBR.